Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to teach you about how the human brain works. Now this might be a little bit confusing because you're looking at a ship. Right, this ship here is like how your brain works. You see, the captain of the ship here, he's consciously aware. He can see where he's going with the ship and how to guide it. So he can just adjust the rudder or whatever, but he can see. Now, the powerhouse that drives the ship is below the surface. You know, the engine room with the engineer driving the engines and whatnot, and the rudder and everything else. It's under the surface. It's below the surface, which is sub, right, like a submarine or subconscious. So with the human mind or the subconscious powerhouse is below the surface, where all the power is, right? So with the conscious mind, this captain, he's consciously aware of what he can see, but he actually can't see what's below the surface, what's driving the ship. Well, your awesome human brain functions the same way. So I'm going to turn over the page, and this is how it functions. So you've got this conscious mind, which is above the surface, and the conscious mind is what you're in right now at this moment. You're consciously aware of what's happening around you. You can see things happening, you can smell things, you hear things and all sorts of things. So you're consciously aware. And the conscious mind functions at 200 calculations per second according to the experts. It scans itself 8 to 12 times every second, and it comes up with only one thought. That's why you're going to really concentrate on one thing at a time. It comes up with one thought. But what it does, if it sees something, it will send, or something that you're focused on, it'll send the information from the conscious mind down to the subconscious. And in the subconscious is the powerhouse, like that engine that drives that ship. And in the subconscious mind, it does, the conscious mind does 200 calculations per second. But according to experts, the subconscious does 100 million calculations per second, which I reckon is a load of tripe. This does far more than that, right? Much, much more. It's a very, very advanced computer, the human brain. Because in the human brain, you have 5 systems. And first system we have is this one here, which is the memory system. It's like the database of an ordinary computer. It has everything in it. All the programs are in there, all the information. But your awesome subconscious computer has got everything in your life, all the experiences, all the thoughts, the feelings, emotions, everything is in the database, going right back to conception, when you were conceived in the womb. So it's all there, and we can actually get, access that information inside the womb too. So the information's there, and the older you are, the more information there is, the more cluttered it is, this database. That's why we like working with the young people. It's not cluttered up with information, a load of rubbish, bad attitudes and all that sort of things are in there. So the next function of subconscious is the body function. So what controls your heart, your liver, your pancreas, your circulation, blood and all that, lymphatic systems, all that? It's not your conscious mind telling your heart to beat, or telling all the chemistry to happen in the body. No, it's your subconscious. It does it automatically 24 hours a day for as long as you live. So the body functions are controlled by the subconscious, right? Your muscles, when you flex a few muscles and show off, it's controlled by the subconscious. So, and then the third one we have here is emotions. All your emotions, negative emotions, positive emotions, euphoric emotions, are in the subconscious database. It's not in your conscious mind. You know, like you don't say, well, I think I have a fit, and you spit the dummy. No, but what happens is the thought goes into the conscious mind, someone's brassed you off, it comes down there, scans the database says, oh, I don't like what that person does there to me, sets off all the body functions, you get all aggro, and then you get emotional, and you spit the dummy. It's in the subconscious, the emotions. If you want to control your emotions, you have to get on top of the subconscious programming to override it. And then you have all your energy systems, that's your energy frequencies, vibrations, your lymphatic systems, your fight or flight mechanisms. You know, when you're walking through the bush in the dark, you hear the bushes rattle, you get afraid, and next thing you run, because your fight or flight mechanism cuts in, so you either run or fight. And what it does is it sends all the body functions to set. The heart sets off this huge amount of blood flowing everywhere to give you the energy to just run for your life or to fight for your life. So it's a fight or flight mechanism. So these are the energy systems, as I say, all the energy frequencies and vibrations that make you harmonise with people and the wildlife and everything else, and the angelic realm that's up there. So these energy frequencies and vibrations. Also, it gives, like an old lady, there's been these cases with an old lady, there's cars, some clowns, women, taking the wheel off, he's underneath the car, and the next thing the jack falls out and it falls on the person. But an old lady lifts the car off the person. This happened before. How does an old lady with a walking stick have the energy to lift a car? Right? Well, this is because the subconscious overrides. Because consciously she can say, I can lift that, but she won't do it. But the subconscious will override an emergency, and she'll lift it. Right? And people do amazing things in emergencies to override. That's your energy systems. It's wonderful how the human being is made. And the last one is your habit patterns. You know, why people are smoking, they can't give up smoking because they can't get on top of the subconscious conditioning. And, you know, people have had bad habits of being rude and pessimistic, cynical, bad habits of leaving all the darn lights and everything on and not changing that behaviour. You know, the same environment. Habits are in there. And you see, once people have reached 28 years of age, all the basic programming is set, and they have the same old habits, do the same old things. Whereas the digital generation can change those habits, you know, and very, very easily because they're not fully programmed. Because there's 4 7-year cycles, birth to 7, 8 to 14, 15 to 21, and 21 to 28. I'll talk about that another time. All these different types of beliefs and programmings that affect us. So you can see this is what we get to when it comes to the major goal in life, finding your purpose for living. That's why we do a 21-day goal setting exercise, training it to give up the information bit by bit, because it's all actually in here. And as I say, the older you are, the more information, the more garbage is in there, but it'll scan through it as you're sleeping, and in the morning do as it's told and just give us the answer, right? That's what that first instinct, first thought that comes to your mind in the morning is it. And when we're programming it to just keep giving us the information over a period of time, and you know, it seems all this stupid information in the first week or so, then it starts to switch around about day 11 and start giving you what it is, day 17, you got it, because it's all in here. It's a bit more difficult for the baby boomer generation because they got far more information in there that it's got to scan all the time, whereas with the children, young people, piece of cake, there's not that much information in there. It's not clogged up, their database is not clogged up, so they can easily find a piece of cake. They're wonderful to work with. So this is our 5 systems of the subconscious mind, and the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. We need to get it, that major goal in life is sitting in here, but we don't know what it is. But after day 17, we will know. Day 21, it'll be refined, and we've got it from there to here. Right, and then we're racing, because then we can do the 10-point plan and get you on track in your life to your major goal in life. All right, I think that's it. Don't think we need to do anything else. This one's just talking about the training program results that we get. What we have, a lot of people before they start the happy training curriculum is this is subconscious database, right? So you're with the older generation, particularly, you've got all this marital stress using up a big chunk of the database, all focus and going on and on and on about marital problems, and all the 5 systems get set off all the time. Then you've got work stress, you know, because you're working with a pack of dogs or mongrels, or the boss is cracking onto you or something. And then you've got the children's stress, particularly if they're disobedient. Right, or you're worried about them, or there's paedophiles living in your local community, and you've got financial stress. So the more and more of these stresses that you have, or problems with friends or whatever, so you've got to have good friends, and you don't have any friendship stress. And you've got all your fears and phobias and things, you know, all your stupid beliefs and superstition and stuff. You've got to chuck all that rubbish. And you've got ill health, so if you've got ill health, that's going to be chewing up a big chunk of that database. Alright, so what we do is, the major goal will help you to get it all right, particularly through the fast track training program. We'll screen these systems out real fast, and we start knocking off all the problem areas and getting your life right in accordance with Maslow's law and on track to your major goal in life. So what happens is there's your uncluttered capacity in the green is small because you're all cluttered up with all this blooming garbage and stress, ill health and fears and phobias and rubbish, and we'll get rid of that, and it becomes like this. The uncluttered capacity is maximised. You have greater energy, greater efficiency in all areas of your life, and with the link break technology we whack out big chunks of this negative programming. They're like viruses that we have in the computer. If you remove the viruses, you unclutter the database. If you unclutter the database, the computer functions faster, it's more efficient, right? That's what we do with our happy training curriculum. But you won't get to the fully uncluttered capacity until we deal with the link break technology. We train you how to do that, and then you can permanently eliminate severe and significant mental health disorders from bipolar to schizophrenia, paranoid schizophrenia, paranoid psychosis, organic psychosis. You name it, we can fix it as long as you don't have brain damage. And we do the MRI scans, the CAT scans to tell us what the condition of your brain is like. If you've got brain damage, we've got a problem, we've got to fix the brain, all right? And through medications or through homeopathy, naturopathy, or healing remedies that will fix the brain, and then we can work with them and unclutter it. So this is where we're coming from. I hope that's of interest to you, that you understand how your wonderful brain works, because there's a Bible scripture that says, in a fair, inspiring way, we are wonderfully made. And that's it. You are wonderfully made. You are a magnificent creation. The conscious mind is 200 calculations per second, scans itself 8 to 12 times, comes up with one thought. But your awesome subconscious mind is 100 million calculations per second. Which I reckon is a load of tripe, because in your body functions, right, you have the DNA. And also in here. In the DNA, the scientists have found 700 thick volumes, 700 high, to explain the DNA. Come on, if your subconscious is working with the DNA all the time, 700 manuals just to explain the DNA, it's working with all the time, you're doing a lot more than 100 million calculations per second, believe you me. And also, if you look at all the chemistry and everything that's happening inside your body, there's more than 100 million calculations happening per second. To make your pancreas function, your heart, your liver, the blood to be pushed around the body and all these things. There's well over 100 million calculations. But I go off what the experts say, so no one argues with me, but I'm telling you, it's way, way beyond that. And when people are telling you that AI is going to supersede the human being, don't fall for that nonsense. AI can never compete with the human brain. Here it is. And that's what you got in you. You're the most dynamic creation on this planet. Because animals don't think like us. Right? They don't have feelings. They don't have emotions. They can't sing and dance and create music. Right? And create dance. Animals can't do that. A lot of animals see in black and white. They don't see in colour like us. They can't enjoy the benefits of a beautiful paradise to be walking through or living in. And beautiful flowers and things like this. And beautiful art. Whereas the human being does appreciate that. We have these energy systems. And then on the good side, we have good habits and things. And we can have nice emotions, nice feelings and emotions towards our loved ones, and also towards our fellow man and our grand creator, who created our wonderful conscious mind and subconscious mind. Isn't that lovely? So there you have it, folks. Thank you.